Alright, in the shop tonight, Screaming Demons RC, SDRC. I've got a bit of a review to do, and we had a bit of snow here today. I'm going to get these skis finally put on. They're from Integy. I've had them for quite a while. Just waiting to get some snow and have the time to actually install them and get them done. I believe they are fit for a Slash, two-wheel drive, Stampede, Rustler, any of the TRAXXAS two-wheel drive, the Bandit, any of the two-wheel drive TRAXXAS models. Come with a bunch of stuff here, the hubs and things like that. I'll show you what they look like when I'll get the bags open. Some mounting hardware, some washers, and a couple of brackets here. I'm also going to be installing these are old T-Max or E-Max tires. They've been cut down so that they only have some of the tread. They're more like a paddle tire now. That's a 14 millimeter hex there for the hub. And I do have some 14 millimeter hex adapters. Focus a bit. I got some hex adapters for two-wheel drive TRAXXAS, or any probably two-wheel drive that take this size axle and that pin, the cross pin. So I'll be tearing off the front tires off my quad here, and I'll also be taking off the back paddle tires. These are small 2.2s on old TRAXXAS rims. These paddle tires I made myself in the shop. They work great, but I wanted something a little bit bigger and something that would ride up on top of the snow a little better. So I figured these would do the trick, and you can see, put them side by side, there's quite a bit of size difference there, so it should do the job I want. And I'll probably actually run them this way, the paddles, so they're more of a scooping style like that. So I'm going to get this put together, and I'll show you guys what it's like, and I'll give you a bit of tips on how to install these skis and what I think of them overall. As of right now, I think they're pretty good looking units. They're definitely solid and well built. I gave a set of these to Lawrence Strange, and he makes videos with the UDR and the Slash two-wheel drive, and he's been making some good videos this winter with these skis on. Anybody that watches YouTube RC videos has possibly seen those videos. He's really putting out some high-end stuff these days that all the rest of us guys actually are trying to keep up. All the other YouTubers are trying to keep up to his high-end filming techniques. So, alright, I've got one of these skis partially put on. I still have to get back here tomorrow night and do this bracket here that it goes onto the back side of this. I have to take it back off. It bolts onto the back side of that, and actually, hold on, I'm going to focus a bit better. Bracket goes on the back side of this, onto this aluminum, screws on there, and then it goes and attaches to this here, the steering link right there. It's a support, keeps it all at the right angle and sitting properly. I went to put on the paddle tires, the bigger paddle tires, and I realized that I can't put them on because I run the MIP drive shafts. You can see them there, the X-Duty MIP drive shafts, and they come with their own hexes that are keyed right to the drive shaft. You can't use anything but the MIP hexes, so I wasn't able to use the aluminum 14 millimeter hex adapters, and I won't be able to use the bigger tires. So I'm stuck with these tires for now. I'm hoping that they'll work good in the snow, being paddle tires. They should dig in good. I just don't know if the vehicle's going to just dig holes and sit there and not go anywhere with these big skis on the front instead of tires. We're just going to have to see. Put this bracket on now. Bracket goes right. Ooh, I'm going to drop stuff off my bench. Bracket goes on this side, right here, just like that. And then this bracket, when it's on the thing, it sits here underneath the rod end. So I'm going to have to replace this screw there, because the screw will not be long enough, the one I have now, to add on this thickness under there. It was already, as you can see, kind of short. So I'm going to get a bigger, longer screw there. They supply two countersink screws that hold the bracket onto these. They're pre-threaded holes. Nice machine work too, the Integy does here. It's a beautiful piece. Like, look at that. Gorgeous piece of machine work. It's very nice, great finish on it. Really nice. Really happy with this. These were actually a gift from a friend of mine a while ago, and I just hadn't got to put them on yet. So I'm really stoked that I'm going to get them used and get a video for you guys to watch. So, okay, to have these skis installed properly, to get the spring, the preload set right, you have to have, you can see the spring right there. That's where the little tab of the spring has to sit. If it doesn't sit there, you won't have enough preload on the spring to make it drop back into position. And now that's to keep it so that when you're going along rough terrain and stuff, the ski follows it like this, up and down, right? And then when you do a jump, they stick up in the air. Sorry. When you do a jump, they kind of point nose high so that they don't dig in on impact and send you doing an endo, right? You don't want them sitting like this when you're in the air about to land. You'd rather them like this. Then they hit, they drop down to whatever angle the land is. Anyway, I'm going to get those installed. I just wanted to show you. So this one is fully done and ready to go. I just have to get the other one done. I recommend when you do install, you put the bracket, this bracket here, I still have to put the little metal bracket on to there. But before you put this bracket onto the actual ski, put it onto the vehicle, because you'll have a problem tightening the screw right here. That screw from the underside, you're going to have a problem tightening it, excuse me, because to get a screwdriver or whatever on it, it hits the ski. So it's best to have no ski on when you put that screw in, but you have to have this piece bolted to this piece, sorry, screwed to this, goes right there. You have to have that metal bracket screwed right there. Then you put all this on, and then you can put on your ski afterwards. And it seemed it's a little technical to get it set up. Not too bad, but you know, it took me a couple tries to get it set right, because there's no instructions in the package. It's just you got to figure it out. And at the end of the video, I'll go over once more what it looks like fully installed. But I'm going to get the other one set up, and I'll show you what that's like. Alright, here's what the bracket should look like when you have the little metal brace attached to the aluminum bracket there. That's what it should look like. You can see the two slots, slot in the aluminum piece and the slot in the metal piece. They both line up right there. And then this is where your rod end connects to your bearing carrier, axle carrier. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. And then this is the spring here, the spring that puts pressure on the ski to keep it in the right position, preload. And that when it's installed, it's pulled back like that, and then it goes like that for the motion. So that's how you put it in. Anyway, I'll get on to the rest of it and show you what it's like when I put that together. You can see now I have that one ski on the one side, and I still have the tire on the front end of this side, so I'm going to get that taken off. Alright, the skis are all installed, and it turned out really nice. I think it looks great. I'm going to get some bigger back tires. Like I said earlier, I wasn't able to use the tires I wanted to use, so I'm going to look for some 2.8 paddle tires for it. Just up the size a bit. I think it would be better. I'm going to try it though and run it. I'm sure it'll work okay in some harder packed snow. You know, powdery snow I might sink down to the bottom and get stuck maybe. Tires will just spin out possibly. I could be wrong though, so we're going to check it out. I just wanted to let you know one more thing about this. In the kit, it came with these Teflon washers, and I believe by the size of them, and that there was 4 of them, they wanted you to put them between the aluminum and the plastic on this shaft, this bolt shaft, in between the aluminum and the plastic right in there. That's where they want you to put them. But when I tightened this down, and I didn't over tighten it or anything, but when I tightened it down, there was definitely not enough room in between there and on that side to get those Teflon washers. So I opted to skip putting them in. I saved them in case in the future I have an issue, but I don't think they are actually needed because I tightened them down. You know, I didn't over tighten them, but I tightened them sufficiently, and they still move nice and freely. There's no real slop in there at all to say. So in my opinion, they're not needed. It's nice that they included them, but they're definitely, in my opinion, on my set anyway, they're not needed, these washers. So don't worry about those. Put them in your toolbox, save them for another day, save them for another RC. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I don't think there's anything else I want to say on this video. If you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell so you don't miss any of the content that we put out here at SDRC SDMOTOCREW. And I'll be getting you another video really soon. Probably be a video of this one in action. So I might even stick a little clip of it at the end of this video if I get a chance to run it today. Anyway, we're going to take off here and go have some fun. Screaming Demons RC, SDRC, we're out. The SDMOTOCREW SDRC quad / two-wheel drive quad racer. We're going to see how she does with the new skis on her. Let's fire it up. Oh, looks like she goes pretty good. She gets stuck easy. Being the two-wheel drive. No rolling wheels in front.